How's it going, fly tires? Welcome back to another one. Fly tie guy here. Got the 20-inch stone, 20-incher, whatever it's called. I'm going to be showing you how we're going to twist that bug up today. In the vise, I got a Tagata ML 331. That's from Moonlit, size 14. And I think for the golden stone flavor, we're going to lighten up the thread color a little bit. Go cream 70 denier on that one. Get our jam knot started. I like to start it on the back. Notice how I'm not using any lead. I'm going to throw this maybe on a drop shot rig, so no need to add some extra weight there. But if you want to, you certainly can. If you're doing this as a hopper dropper setup or any other kind of fishing that you would like to use more weight on. And for the tail, I'm coming in with the Nature Spirit Goose Biots, Golden Stone. Very cool colors that they're coming out with. They have been coming out with. So advance our thread there. Pop in that tail. Now, on these Goose Biots, out of the package, I just broke off some fibers there. But you want to peel one off, and you can see that curve, how it's curving down. You actually want to flip it the opposite side so that curve is facing outwards towards the camera. And that's a nice way to get your Goose Biots to sit nice and even like that. Adjust the vise just a little bit here. Hold on, we're coming in mid-production. There we go. That's much better. We're going to advance our thread all the way up. Just short of that bead. And we're going to trim off. And while I am here, I'm going to tie in both my wire and my Peacock Herl. Kind of show you why we do that in just a sec. But for the wire, we are doing some Sybai. That's just some flat gold wire. I'm using flat instead of round because of the durability. It's going to give it just a little bit more durability to that fly when you're fishing it. Have a couple trout hit it. It's not going to blow up on you or move. So I positioned the wire closest to me. Now I'm going to come in and also tie in our body material, which is some natural Peacock Herl, Nature Spirit stuff. I'm going to put that on the far side, grab them both as I got those both secured, and wrap backwards right to where we tied in our Goose Biots, and then advance our thread forward. This is important to have that nice profile on that body right there. It's a nice even taper. It's not bumpy. We're going to take our Peacock Herl and do what we did on the Guide's Choice Hare's Ear. If you haven't watched that video, I would highly recommend watching it. Dig your wire out of there. I'm pretty much, oh, that one went to crap. All right. So we are going to take it and spin that Peacock Herl right in our fingers. I'm going to lift it up so the camera can see. Now we got a peacock rope. This also enhances durability, and it decreases the chance of that peacock strands spreading out. So they're not going to be everywhere. They're nice one place. I'm going to use my rotary feature on my Dyna King vise. Wind it all the way up. And we're going to come in and tie it off right there. Same concept like our Guide's Choice hare's ear. We do this because as we wrap backward, we're not going to have a space or a big lump. We're going to have a nice even body. Now we're going to come in with our wire and wrap us opposite or counter wrap it. Spacing turns. One more, just to give it that extra weight. I'm going to helicopter that off. So now we should be looking like a little prince nymph almost. We're going to put our thread, about 40–45% down that hook so we can tie in the rest of our materials. For the wing case, I'm using Nature Spirit Ozark turkey tail. Get a bunch of these. Come in a pack, and you can just twist up a bunch of bugs. And I like the variety too. If you can kind of see, this one's a little bit mottled with some light golden stone attributes to it. We're going to tie it dull side facing up. Now, for our legs, we're going to come in with this Moonlit, and get the picture here, some quail instead of partridge. You can use partridge, but this stuff, I've been tying with it, guys, and it is awesome. It's got some pretty cool barring and variations. Trying to get the skin. Super high quality, and it's not going to break the bank. So it's on their website. If you want to go check them out, highly recommend that you do that to tie this bug. And you can kind of see this more up close. Pretty sweet golden stone colors. Some awesome barring as well. So we're going to prep our feather. Kind of looks something like that. We're going to tie this feather with the shiny side down. We're going to advance our thread right behind that bead. So now we're going to come dub the thorax. We're going to have some snowshoe, rabbit dubbing, golden stone flavor, Nature Spirit. I like this stuff so much, guys. It's got some red as well in there. That's the color. Very, very cool stuff. You can leave it buggy, you can dub it down pretty tight. It's very versatile. So we're going to come in. Don't think too much on this. I like a nice big thorax. We're going to dub up the hill. Come back down and finish it right about there. We're going to pull over our legs. Now these legs can be a little bit tricky sometimes, but we're going to preen these backwards to get a nice even leg count on each side. I'm not going to count exactly the fibers, but that sounds right. And trim off that excess. And with this wing case, pull it right over and secure that down with a couple of loose thread wraps, and trim off close. So it should be looking like that. Make some additional thread wraps here. Got some fibers that are going crazy. Eliminate those, trim those out, and we're just going to have a very small, tiny piece of that same dubbing, and we're going to cover up that thread work. Give it a good old classic whip finish. Double whip finish. And then nick off our thread. And the way I make my my stoneflies, I don't add a ton of legs to them, if you noticed. And from here, we're going to come in with our Solar Res bone dry. And we're just going to put a very light coat right on top, get our legs out of the way. Because if you don't do this, the first trout that hits it is going to blow up that Wingcase. And the reason why we tie our own flies, so it can last trout after trout. And come behind it and cure it with that UV. And it is cured. And there is our 20-incher. If you haven't already, give a like, subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.